Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. It's back. The VAR shambles is back and the evidence is in. We're going to be talking, I can't speak, but I'll have to speak as the presenter of the show. But I want you to speak. I want you to get your comments in because this is the best league in the world and it's already proven incompetence in relation to big decisions that have big impacts on the Premier League. Newcastle currently sit in a race for the Champions League. They shouldn't have got a point at Bournemouth. It's been proven. We'll be talking about that non-handball. Many of you might not have heard about that, by the way, because it got swept under the carpet last week. Incredible scenes around that late goal that Bournemouth scorer. Apparently he handled it in, clearly didn't, and it's been proven that he didn't. But we're going to start off with Declan Rice because the VAR audio has come out. And if you haven't listened to it, I suggest you do. Absolutely incredible. Now, Howard Webb, the panel have all voted that sending Declan Rice off for that second yellow card against Brighton was the right thing to do. Maybe some of you think it was the right thing to do. I don't. I think common sense should apply. But let's look at the reasons why they did it. Now, first things first, I never really thought this through, but when you listen to the audio, this is a second yellow card. I don't think VAR is meant to get involved in second yellow cards. I don't think VAR is meant to get involved in a lot. And yet throughout that whole time, he has got VAR in his ear. So I was thinking, a VAR in his ear all the time, in which case, are they getting involved in things they shouldn't be getting involved in? I don't know. Maybe someone can give us the answer on that. Anyway, VAR, these are the words that are coming out into the referee's ear from VAR throughout this time. He's kicked the ball away. There's not much more you can do. He's definitely kicked the ball away. It's conclusive. There's not much more you can do. Then they leave it with him saying, basically, look after yourself. And I'm listening to this audio, and one of my biggest problems from last year was mates rates. This is just one big club. The VAR and a referee club, they're all bloody mates and they're all protecting each other. It's a cover-up. It simply is not fit for purpose when so many people watch this sport, so many people are passionate about this sport, and common sense is never involved. I've said it so many times. VAR should be employed separate to referees and they shouldn't have relationships. There should be professional people who are employed to analyse VAR who don't have a relationship with the referees. Mixing it up, so 1 week you're on VAR and 1 week you're on the pitch. They're mates. They train together, they probably holiday together. And it's so apparent when you listen to VAR audio that it is just so incompetent. Like, there's so many people trying to get their... We'll talk about the Bournemouth handball in a moment. There's so many people trying to get their opinion in. It's like, have you ever been in a bloody workshop at work and people, get together and they've got those people who just want their voice to be heard? There is no professionalism there at all. And not one person comes at it from a common sense point of view that, he hardly touches the ball anyway. The Brighton player's a bit overeager and does kick through him on Declan Rice. The ball's still moving. And really, do we want to be sending people off for that? For me, it shouldn't be a sending off. But when they say to the referee, look after yourself, what that's all about? What is that all about? Look after yourself, Declan Rice might put you in a bloody tombstone, or look after yourself and make the decision that, is robotic and you can't be criticised about. I think it was an appalling decision. Anyway, it goes to Howard Webb on his show with Michael Owen. Do we get any common sense there? We get Howard Webb saying this. We want to be consistent. We've doubled down on yellow cards for kicking the ball away. We did it last season as well. We want to be consistent. The fans want, or he said people, but I think he's referring to fans. People want to see us giving people yellow cards for stopping the ball play. I don't want to see that. Do you want to see that? I don't want to see more yellow cards because more yellow cards, as we saw at the weekend, for some reason in the PGMOL, they've decided that fans want to see more yellow cards. Or they've decided that football's better with more yellow cards. What they don't realise is that'll be more suspensions, it'll be more games with 10 men, which are shit. So who are these people that want more yellow cards? Because that's a complete and utter nonsense. It was then put to Howard Webb that the ball was moving when the Brighton player took it. To which the general consensus was, it doesn't matter, he still kicked the ball away. Oh, so the rules of the game don't matter now. It's technically an illegal free kick from Brighton because the ball's moving, but Declan Rice can still be sent off for moving a moving ball. This is what I mean. Like, don't ever crave competence and efficiency and professionalism from the governing body of football, because they're as bad as you are, and I am, in relation to football opinion. And that's the problem. There is no professionalism. How can the ball still be moving be irrelevant? How can you sweep that under the carpet? And that's what I mean. It's the constant mates rates and sweeping it under the carpet. And as for, Kavanagh on the pitch saying to Declan Rice, "You've left me in a difficult position. There's nothing else I can do." What are you talking about? This ain't The Godfather. "You've left me in a difficult position. What can I do?" You're the referee, mate. I've not left you in a difficult position at all. I'm a professional footballer who's slightly moved the ball in the heat of the moment that was already moving, and I've left you in a difficult position. Do you know how difficult it is to be a footballer when you're frustrated and we're not robots? What's it got to do with me? Don't put my sending off on me because you won't use common sense. You prat. And even how Howard Webb said it, there's nothing else the referee can do. Apply common sense. I know that's a missing tool in the toolbox of referees, but apply some bloody common sense. But you know what? The fact that the ball was moving, and basically they're saying, well, that doesn't really matter. Well, the free kick's illegal if the ball is moving. And how can you be making an illegal act on a ball that's moving? How can you be kicking a ball away on a ball that's moving? Like it's an irrelevance. I know it's a technicality, but the whole situation's a joke. I know some people think it should have been a red card. Arsenal lose a player for half the game and in a North London derby because of that. But ultimately, we've seen again this weekend, they're just on a bloody fast track to handing out yellow cards for as many things as they can, and I don't think they understand why they're doing it. Their job is actually to provide entertainment to football fans. It is not to dilute it. And again, this incompetence just runs right to the surface. But the Bournemouth one is worse. Listen to this. Bournemouth, late winner against Newcastle. That one where the cross comes in and it goes in off his shoulder, yeah? Nobody can understand it. The panel of VAR have said, no, it should have been given. And even Howard Webb has admitted, it should have been given. It's not conclusive. Now, the line for a handball is apparently level with your armpit. So it's if you go to your armpit and you go along here, you're talking about there. Sleeve line's a bit lower. There's this myth that it's a sleeve line. It's actually basically, if it's your shoulder, the very top of your shoulder, and anything below it is going to be a handball. So keep that in mind in future. When you watch the Bournemouth thing, it's so inconclusive and it looks like he shoulders it in. The ball is definitely on the shoulder. Maybe a little bit below, but it's definitely shoulder. It should be given. Everybody knows it should have been given. Even Howard Webb's admitting it shouldn't have been not given. But listen to the audio on that from VAR. It's crap. It's absolutely crap. And there's 3 or 4 of them there, all jumping in, going, factual. It's a factual handball. And you're watching it and going, what are you watching? Are you watching netball? Have you got the wrong channel on? Factual handball. That's just cost Bournemouth 3 points. That's given Newcastle a point. That's the Premier League for you again. It ain't getting better. We've still got complete and utter cover-up incompetence. And when I say cover-up, what I mean is they're covering up for each other's mistakes. They're just protecting each other. They're not interested in the game. They're in this little club looking for stuff. And that is atrocious. And it got swept under the carpet. And even the panel has admitted 5-0 that it should have been a goal. Even Howard Webb is admitted it should have been a goal. And if that was Arsenal against Man City for the title, that should have been a goal. So why are we not talking about it as much as because it's Bournemouth? Shocking, shocking decisions. Get your comments in below. Unfortunately, I don't want to be doing this as much as we did last year, and hopefully we won't do. I think there are some good things. I think the reduction in time added on is great. We're getting way less time added on, which I think is making it better. But the increase in yellow cards is going to dilute the game. We're going to get more red cards. And also, that decision is absolutely shocking. But ultimately, listening to the audio, it is a shambles. It is a shambles. They don't know what they're doing. Protecting each other. Take care of yourself. I mean, it literally is just this club of protection. And it's not going to help us in football, is it? Thanks for watching. Smash a like on the video and subscribe. Back tonight with a watch-along. Champions League. Speak to you all in a bit.